can Muhammad Ali come back from this fight?
He asked me in the hospital, how long you think I'm going to be out? And no doubt he'll come back. There's no problem.
Angelo Dundee trained 15 world champions and worked over 100 title fights during his 60-year career in boxing. The Philadelphia native saw greatness from the best seat in the house, standing in the corner while legends made history.
No matter what he's doing.
Sources close to Angelo reveal he rarely spoke publicly about his favorite fighters because he loved them all like sons. But industry insiders claim he held 5 boxers in special regard above everyone else he trained or witnessed.
That was one of the most combative rounds that we've seen Tyson in.
Angelo's choices surprise fans because they reflect a trainer's perspective rather than casual opinions. He valued dedication, coachability, and heart over raw talent and knockout power. Cornermen who worked alongside Dundee confirm he admired fighters who maximized their gifts through hard work and preparation. His favorite boxers span from blue-collar warriors to once-in-a-generation talents with one common thread throughout. These 5 fighters earned Angelo's deepest admiration through trust, loyalty, and championship excellence inside the ring. Some became world champions under his guidance, while others redefined what boxing greatness means. Each one taught Angelo valuable lessons about the sport he dedicated his entire life to mastering. Let's count down the fighters who meant the most to boxing's greatest trainer and why each relationship shaped Angelo's legendary career forever. 5. Carmen Basilio. Carmen Basilio holds the 5th spot as Angelo's first world champion and the fighter who launched his legendary training career. The Canastota onion farmer's relentless work ethic and blue-collar mentality matched Angelo's own approach to boxing perfectly. Sources say their partnership began in 1953 when Basilio needed a new trainer after years of grinding through the welterweight division. The chemistry between the tough upstate New York fighter and the Philadelphia cornerman created magic immediately. Angelo worked Basilio's corner for both welterweight title victories over Tony DeMarco in brutal Boston Garden Wars. Industry insiders claim those fights taught Angelo how to manage warriors who refused to take backward steps regardless of punishment. The systematic body attack Basilio perfected came directly from Angelo's training methods and corner instructions. Their 1955 knockout of DeMarco gave Angelo his first taste of championship glory and validated his training philosophy completely. The relationship deepened when Basilio moved up to middleweight and dethroned Sugar Ray Robinson in 1957. Boxing historians say Angelo's strategic planning helped the smaller Basilio neutralize Robinson's speed and skill through constant pressure. Their victory at Yankee Stadium proved that preparation and toughness overcome natural advantages when executed properly. The controversial rematch loss to Robinson 6 months later devastated both men, but strengthened their bond. Angelo referenced Basilio constantly throughout his career when discussing what real fighters look like without excuses or complaints. The onion farmer's willingness to fight anyone anywhere resonated with Angelo's own no-nonsense approach to boxing. Their friendship lasted decades beyond Basilio's retirement until Carmen's death in 2012. Angelo attended the funeral and called Basilio the toughest man he ever met inside or outside the ring. Angelo stated Basilio taught him that championship heart matters more than physical gifts when fighters give everything. The working man warrior proved that blue-collar dedication and relentless pressure create world champions from ordinary beginnings. 4. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson earns the 4th position as the fighter Angelo never trained but studied more than anyone else in boxing history. The Harlem legend's complete mastery of every boxing fundamentals fascinated Angelo from his earliest days working in gyms. Sources say Dundee watched Robinson's fights obsessively during the 1940s and 50s to understand what perfection looks like at welterweight and middleweight. The smooth footwork, devastating combinations, and ring intelligence Robinson displayed became the template Angelo used training future champions. Angelo met Robinson multiple times in New York during the 1950s and 60s at various boxing events and gyms. Industry veterans claim those brief conversations influenced Angelo's entire approach to developing well-rounded fighters rather than one-dimensional punchers. The technical brilliance Robinson showed against Jake LaMotta, Gene Fullmer, and Carmen Basilio taught Angelo about adapting styles between opponents. Robinson's ability to box beautifully or brawl viciously depending on circumstances became Angelo's ideal of complete fighting. The influence Robinson had on Angelo's training methods appeared most clearly with Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. Boxing historians say Angelo borrowed Robinson's jab technique and combination sequences when developing both fighters' offensive arsenals. The entertainment value Robinson brought outside the ring showed Angelo that personality sells tickets as much as knockout power. Robinson's business struggles, despite his success, taught Angelo about protecting fighters financially throughout their careers. Angelo referenced Robinson constantly when reporters asked about the greatest fighter pound for pound in boxing history. The 173 victories over 25 years represented sustained excellence that Angelo believed would never be matched. Robinson's performance at his peak during the late 1940s became Angelo's measuring stick for evaluating every fighter he later trained. Angelo stated Robinson was the most complete fighter who ever lived and the standard all others get measured against. The welterweight and middleweight king proved that mastering every aspect of boxing creates timeless greatness across generations. 3. Willie Pastrano. Willie Pastrano takes the third spot as the light heavyweight champion who proved Angelo could win titles with boxers instead of punchers. The New Orleans native possessed limited power but exceptional defensive skills and ring intelligence that Angelo maximized perfectly. Sources say their partnership began in the late 1950s, when Pastrano needed guidance to reach his championship potential. The lanky southpaw's slick boxing ability gave Angelo the opportunity to showcase his training versatility beyond working with aggressive fighters. Angelo developed Pastrano's defensive mastery and movement into a complete system that frustrated hard-hitting opponents consistently. Industry insiders claim the tactical brilliance Willie displayed came directly from Angelo's corner instructions and strategic planning between rounds. Their preparation for Harold Johnson in 1963 represented Angelo's finest work, creating a specific game plan for an underdog challenger. The unanimous decision victory at Las Vegas Convention Center gave Pastrano the light heavyweight championship and Angelo his second world title. The relationship between Angelo and Willie went deeper than typical trainer-fighter connections, according to boxing historians. Pastrano's loyalty to Angelo during difficult periods in both their lives created a brotherhood that lasted decades. The defensive responsibility and safety-first approach Willie learned from Angelo extended his career beyond what his limited power suggested. Their friendship remained strong through Pastrano's retirement, failed comeback attempts, and eventual work as a television commentator. Angelo referenced Pastrano when discussing fighters who maximize their abilities through intelligence rather than physical advantages. The New Orleans boxer's willingness to follow instructions perfectly made him Angelo's ideal student in many ways. Willie's untimely death in 1997 devastated Angelo deeply, and he attended the funeral, calling Pastrano one of his favorite people. Angelo stated Pastrano proved that boxing skill and ring IQ create champions even without devastating knockout power. The slick southpaw demonstrated that defense and movement win titles when preparation meets opportunity perfectly. 2. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard sits at number 2 as the fighter who brought Angelo back to championship glory during the 1980s. The charismatic Olympic gold medalist combined Sugar Ray Robinson's technical skills with Muhammad Ali's promotional genius perfectly. Sources say their partnership began in 1976, when the young Leonard needed an experienced trainer for his professional debut. The instant chemistry between Angelo and Ray created one of boxing's most successful trainer-fighter relationships, spanning 3 decades. Angelo guided Leonard through his spectacular rise from prospect to welterweight champion in just over 2 years. Industry historians claim the hand speed and combination punching Ray displayed came from Angelo's training methods refined over 40 years. Their greatest triumph arrived in 1981 when Leonard stopped Thomas Hearns in the 14th round at Caesar's Palace. The dramatic comeback knockout validated Angelo's corner work and strategic adjustments during the most important fight of Leonard's career. The relationship survived Leonard's multiple retirements and unlikely comebacks against Marvin Hagler and Donnie Lalonde. Boxing analysts say Angelo's presence in the corner gave Leonard confidence to attempt challenges that seemed impossible. The business-savvy Leonard displayed building a promotional empire impressed Angelo, who had seen too many fighters lose their earnings. Ray's ability to entertain while dominating opponents reminded Angelo of Robinson and Ali combined into one complete package. Angelo worked Leonard's corner until Ray's final retirement in 1997 after the Hector Camacho fight. Their friendship continued beyond boxing, with Leonard supporting Angelo publicly until the trainer's death in 2012. The mutual respect and genuine affection they shared represented the ideal trainer-fighter bond in professional sports. Angelo stated Leonard proved his training methods still worked in the modern era of boxing. Sugar Ray demonstrated that combining old-school fundamentals with new-age promotion creates crossover superstars and financial empires. 1. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali claims the top position as the fighter who transformed Angelo Dundee from a good trainer into a legendary cornerstone of boxing history. The Louisville loudmouth and Philadelphia cornerman met in 1957 when young Cassius Clay visited Angelo's Fifth Street gym in Miami. Sources say their instant connection came from mutual respect despite completely different personalities and approaches to life. The relationship lasted through 3 heavyweight championship reigns, exile from boxing, and the most famous comeback in sports history. Angelo guided Ali through his shocking upset of Sonny Liston in 1964, when nobody gave the underdog a chance against the intimidating champion. Industry insiders claim Angelo's calm presence in the corner kept Ali focused when Liston's reputation could have overwhelmed a lesser fighter. The controversial rematch and Phantom Punch knockout tested their relationship, but Angelo defended Ali publicly, despite questions about legitimacy. Their bond strengthened during Ali's 3-year exile for refusing military induction when Angelo supported him without hesitation. The rumble in the jungle against George Foreman in 1974 represented Angelo's greatest challenge and triumph simultaneously. Boxing historians say Angelo opposed Ali's rope-a-dope strategy, but trusted his fighter's instincts when conventional wisdom failed. The 8th-round knockout proved Ali's genius exceeded Angelo's traditional training methods in that specific moment. Their continued success through the Thrilla in Manila and multiple title defenses cemented both men as all-time greats. Angelo worked Ali's corner until the tragic final fights against Larry Holmes and Trevor Berbick, when the champion's skills had clearly deteriorated. Their friendship survived beyond boxing until Ali's death in 2016 devastated Angelo's final years. The mutual love and respect they shared transcended normal professional relationships completely. Angelo stated Ali was the greatest fighter and most important person he ever met in 60 years around boxing. The champion proved that transcendent talent combined with unshakable courage creates legacies that extend far beyond sports into history itself. Angelo's list celebrates fighters who combined skill, heart, and loyalty throughout their careers with him. Which trainer-fighter relationship was boxing's greatest ever? Share your thoughts in comments and subscribe for more legendary boxing stories from the Golden Era's greatest cornermen.